Canary got announced out of nowhere. So let's talk about this unit, tell you if she's worth the summon, if she's not, because some people are outright skipping her, and I feel like that's not the correct play depending on what you value. She's actually very unique compared to most other characters in this game. She's able to change her element in order of water, earth, fire, and then back to water on her art. And yes, this does give her kit more bonuses because it works directly into her true art. Depending on which element you are currently on, you will either inflict the enemy with disease, poison, or burn. And the cool part about this too is that this isn't the only thing she does in the kit. With the super art, she's reducing the enemy's physical res by 100%, and this is stackable. She has a passive known as Impact Quake, which is able to increase her own damage by 100% against enemies with status elements. When own HP is 80% or above, you increase your own equipment CT speeds by 20%. Very simple character here. Really don't have to like go super in depth with numbers or anything. You read it, you kind of already know what's going on, right? Now, currently in the game, when it comes to specifically disease, Canary is the better character out of everyone else. The only other character that can disease that's, I guess, even noteworthy at the moment would be Long. Long's disease is relatively solid, and he is a pretty solid unit as just a DPS character, but him not offering a bit more is definitely lackluster compared to Canary, where it's like, well, sure, you have to disease with that true art, but at the same time, you know, like as soon as you get the disease going off, you could use the super art and start stacking physical res down and buffing up your team's damage like that. The question comes up though is just, when will you need this status effect, right? And I wouldn't be able to tell you for every single fight that's coming out in the future when you will need it, but I will tell you that having a unit that has all three is pretty freaking good, because no other unit in the game is offering something like that. Since this is the first should you summon since Grand Crusade has came out, I do want to talk about her viability in the new game mode. Of course, this character is not offering any kind of barrier, no kind of damage reduction, or anything to make your time maybe a little bit easier during Grand Battle. However, she does have disease, and disease is applicable to most of the bosses in Grand Battle. Currently in episode 4 of Grand Battle, Canary being the disease character and being able to fight against the new boss relatively easily on the highest difficulty of the EX fight, and being able to provide that defense item for the team that wouldn't be there otherwise if we were using someone else, it's absolutely insane, and it allows the team to actually survive. I mean, look at this team right here. They don't even have a damage mitigation character like a Shiro Emiya. So that is something to take note of if you are someone who is looking forward to Grand Crusade updates and tackling all these different EX fights. Canary may be the reason why you're able to complete it. Of course though, you know, it is an EX fight, you can use friend units. That's all I want to say though about Canary. Now let's move on to the actual banners, since there are some banner mates that are a little bit noteworthy, especially if you are a brand new player. I say some, but it's mainly only one, and that's going to be Light Sistina. Light Sistina is still a very competent healer and unit overall. Similar to Fire or Veil, where she comes out, you use your true art, it turns her first equip slot into her ultra equip. You're going to be spamming that to be able to heal your team and reduce the enemy's physical res by 5% every time it's used. If you use this alongside someone that is buffing up equipment CT, well, ladies and gentlemen, this equip is going to be up 24/7. Very good in the mono light ruins, very good in any other piece of content where you need a healer but don't really have a pretty solid one. Light Sistina can be used in that. This is a character you should not sleep on. I know she's old, but hey, she aged like fine wine. She is still amazing at what she does. Now moving on to the verdict. Should you summon on this banner or should you skip? As I mentioned before, if you're someone who just wants a character that can kind of just do it all when it comes to status effects and not have to worry about, oh, I need like a whole nother unit to be able to burn this boss, Canary is going to be great for you, since she's a one-size-fits-all kind of answer. You need burn, disease, poison. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have pretty much all the status effects that you will ever need for any type of boss that you fight. Not only that, she can also help out your nuking if you're going with a crazy physical nuke, like Uzu and her together. You can just stack tons of physical res down and hit just 250% physical res with 2 characters. Same thing with like Ultimate Paladin Roy. You're going to be able to get massive amounts of physical res down. And the way how this unit is set up, she's very self-sufficient. You put her onto the team and she's just going to work. So if you're brand new to the game and you just start playing and you're wondering if you should summon on Canary, doing a multi-summon definitely isn't bad. If you wanted walking away with Canary or Light Sistina, huge dubs for you. If you get anybody else as a new player, you know, it's still a new unit, so you can't really complain too much, but they're not going to help you out as much as the other two will. If you're intermediate vet, whatever, and you're wondering, you know, maybe you should skip this banner, maybe you should summon, definitely doing multi or even just using your alk on it wouldn't be bad if you're only trying to snipe Canary. Considering what's coming on the horizon with, like, you know, crossovers, Kenshin will be here way sooner than we think, and then I have a feeling after that we're gonna be having like Super Saiyan God Valerie, Velzard, like there's gonna be some hype characters, and I feel like they're gonna really like rush through their agenda and get some of these characters out on global like very quickly. So if you are someone that's thinking about pity, I would only do it if you're like a diehard Canary fan. The only time I would say this banner is an absolute skip is if you already have like long, and that can probably cover you for a lot of disease stuff that we need in the game. Not to mention burn characters. Well, we're going to be having Shishio Makoto come out soon, which he's going to be able to burn. Also Shizu. Poison would probably be the only one that I'm not super sold on, but I will say we do have a lot of support for poison, like being able to lower poison res with like equips and poison the enemies. You may not need Canary because you already have the other characters that are able to do the individual status effects, right? That's the only time that I would personally skip. It doesn't really sound similar to you though. I would say at least do a multi. Thank you all though for coming out. It's been your boy P. Tell me down below, are you going to be summoning for Canary or not? I'm probably going to do at least a multi-summon. You know, maybe we do an alk. I don't even know if I'm going to really stream it because I don't think I'm going to be going like super deep. But if you guys want to see a stream, let me know down below and I'll stream it, I guess. If not, then I'll just turn it into a video. If you enjoyed this video though, highly recommend check out this video popping up on the screen right now. It's going over all of my thoughts in Grand Crusade after a week of it being out. Some positives, some negatives, and even some changes that I hope they implement. Click on that video to see that. I'll meet you over there. And one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.